Okay, so I'm going to say I'm Deb Katz. I'm the Executive Director of Citizens Awareness Network. We're a grassroots regional group. We were instrumental in shutting 4 nukes in New England, including Yankee Row, Connecticut Yankee, Millstone Unit 1, and Vermont Yankee in 2015. So I think I'm going to talk about Governor Baker and what's happening in Pilgrim, but I think it's important because a lot of what you've focused on, I want to take a minute on it, is the accident. And what I want to say is I live between 2 nuclear waste dumps, one 4.5 miles from my house and another 16 miles from my house. And I live in a sacrifice zone because, in fact, Yankee Row, during its lifetime, dumped nuclear waste into our local river that our children swam in, that houses are adjacent to. We had an epidemic of disease, including cancer and Down syndrome and learning disabilities, and we are not alone. It is important to understand that the issues of nuclear power are about nuclear sacrifice, and that's what CAN fights from. The Massachusetts Department of Health has done 3 health studies on nuclear sites, and around all of those sites there has been found statistical significance in terms of cancer. And what has the state of Massachusetts done? What has it done? Nothing. So in that context, I will talk about why we're here in terms of talking about Pilgrim, because a year ago we were here and I started off talking about we can breathe a sigh of relief that Entergy is going to pull the plug on Pilgrim. And in fact, Entergy has a fleet of nukes that are just sinking ships at this point. It shuttered Vermont Yankee in 2015. It announced Entergy was going to close Pilgrim in 2019, and Fitzpatrick was going to close at the end of this year. With growing investment in renewables, cost of solar going down, sagging energy use, and the low cost of natural gas, Entergy is losing money, and a lot of money. It is expected to lose over $120 million by the time it shuts in 3 years. So that's 2.5 years for a systemically mismanaged nuke on the NRC watch list to play Russian roulette with the state of Massachusetts. That is unconscionable. And how do Entergy's financial losses affect its operation? It is compromised. We have seen problem after problem, shutdown after shutdown, delayed maintenance, and then requests to actually forestall upgrades that were determined to take place because of Fukushima. That's not to mention the NRC's order that Pilgrim has to shut down in bad weather so that there are no mishaps. Is that regulation? Is that regulation? This is something that cartoons do. This is not what regulators do. So why 2019? What's the magic of that number? Why do we have to wait? Pilgrim power could be replaced right now. Hey, it's just reality. You don't have to clap. It's just reality. Other reactors have been replaced after they shut down. Pilgrim is only 4% of the New England grid. In the 1990s, 4 reactors in New England shut. As I mentioned, we were involved in a number of them, and New England Coalition shuttered Maine Yankee, all for systemic mismanagement and degraded conditions. The lights didn't go out. These corporations met their commitments to the New England grid and replaced their power. So we have to ask, why is NRC permitting Entergy to operate a systemically mismanaged nuke till 2019? Why isn't the Baker administration objecting to the delay? An accident at Pilgrim will affect the Commonwealth and beyond. Communities shouldn't have to live with this uncertainty. Neither should the state. Neighboring governors have called for the closure of reactors within their borders, reactors not on the NRC watch list, because they posed an unacceptable risk to the citizens living around them. Why is our governor silent on Pilgrim? Why is the NRC enabling this troubled corporation to operate? The bottom line is money. Even though Entergy is expected to lose over $120 million by 2019, it could cost Entergy more in replacement power and potential penalties for not meeting its obligation to the ISO, the regulator of the New England grid. But that's Entergy's problem. That's not the NRC's problem. That's not the state's problem. It's Pilgrim's problem. So why isn't Entergy being pressured to come up with the money to replace itself when the parent company that bought Pilgrim at fire sale prices, it's at least 10 years ago at this point, probably 15, they committed a line of credit that would ensure that any shortfalls would be covered in case of any problems. So where is the parent company at this moment? This is a shortfall. This is when the governor and the NRC should make this corporation pay. And so why isn't Entergy being pressured? Why must we wait for relief to protect? Why are we protecting this corporation's bottom line? And why, again, is the governor silent on this? We can't be silent. Our communities and our environment must be protected. When regulators choose to protect a corporation's bottom line rather than the health and safety of the Commonwealth, moral action is required. Pilgrim's continued operation puts the people in the Commonwealth at an unacceptable risk. It is the NRC's job to protect our public health and safety, yet NRC refuses to order Pilgrim shut down. It refuses to do its job. The NRC is protecting Entergy, not the people of Massachusetts. Why is Governor Baker silent on the dangers of Pilgrim? It is immoral that the governor is silent on this issue. Pilgrim is an imminent threat. We are calling on communities throughout the Commonwealth to join us in our efforts to close Pilgrim now. We are organizing Moral Mondays at the State House to urge the governor as well as legislators to voice their opposition to Pilgrim's continued operation. We want you to join us at the State House. We want you to bring your friends, your family. We need people here to make it clear to the governor that this is unacceptable. Our first Moral Monday will be November 21st, and it will be here at the State House. I urge all of you to contact the governor as well as your legislators and ask them why they have been silent on this issue. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, that was powerful. The governor's got to listen. But thank you to everyone who spoke. We're all here because we love our communities and we love this planet and we're working for everyone. What we're going to do now is start to walk up to the governor's office. It's this way, up the stairs, right? Yep, going to go down here. We have a letter of Maxine Wolfstead has collected signatures. It's quicker that way? Yeah. Maxine Wolfstead has signatures from her community in Mashpee she's going to deliver, and a few other folks have letters for the governor. But we're going to go to his office, and we're going to deliver yet another letter to call for the immediate shutdown of Pilgrim. Thank you so much for everyone who spoke today. It was just so wonderful and powerful, and let's keep this community going and growing to get Pilgrim shut down. Thank you very much.